Oh shoot. What do we got behind the ball 2.0 in the building? You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Big interview. You know what I'm saying? Uh we about to get into it. We got behind the ball in the building. 2.0. Yo, behind the ball.
What's going on, man? How you doing? How you doing?
In the building. You know what I'm saying? In the building. Word.
Yeah,
Yo.
man. How you doing?
I'm doing good for real. I'm doing alright. I'm doing good. How you doing today?
Man, I can't complain. God is good, man.
That's good for real. Word, y'all. But I got a couple questions to ask you. And I'm saying gonna be some deep questions, you feel me?
All right, let's get it.
I bet let's get into it. Uh First and foremost, right? Um how is your mental health today? Overall.
Man, I'm hanging in there, man. Just taking one day at a time. You know what I mean? Just, I can't complain. In that department, when it comes to mental health, I think I have that under control for the most part, man. I'm not one of those people out there that feel as though they need any type of therapy, anything like that. You know what I mean? As long as I have, my family, I'm Gucci.
Okay. So is that how you like really like overcome like your mental health issues or depression? And that's how you overcome it. Like how do you overcome that? Is it just like your family or do you do other things too? Like do you like work out or anything or meditate?
So, what makes you think I have mental health issues or depression?
Like sometimes like the world, the world going crazy right now. And I'm saying like a lot of people they going through it every day, you feel me?
Wow. I mean, that's true, but I don't have any mental health issues. By watching me, do it seem like I have mental health issues? Like,
Not really. But nah, not at all. But some people have that, you know what I'm saying? But so I kind of asked it with that unknown, but you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? But I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
listen, I respect the question because that's a real issue, especially nowadays with everything that's going on in the world. Like, I can see why people will be depressed and will have mental health issues and maybe going through, certain things. And I understand that. But me personally, in that department, I think I'm good. What about you?
That's good.
How's
That's
your
good.
how's your mental health?
My mental health's alright, man. Be honest, it's
Okay.
okay. I'm doing pretty fine for myself. I'm doing fine.
Okay. Are,
You know
are
what
you
I'm saying?
are you diagnosed with anything? Like, has a doctor?
Um, I'm diagnosed with ADD, ADHD, and shit.
Okay, okay. Can you explain to the people exactly what attention deficit disorder is?
ADHD is like it's kind of like it's like a bipolar disorder, but like it's like hyperactivity. You move a lot. It is more to it. You have like mood swings here and there. Um, it's a lot, but mostly it's like mood swings, bipolar disorder. You move too much. I move around too much. Boredom is one of them. Hate that. I hate it.
Wow.
Boredom.
Right, right.
Suffer from boredom. It's like I got constantly find. You got to constantly find things to do for real. Like I can't just sit there and like really not do nothing. So how I really cope with that, I just either one, I go out for walks and shit. I go out for walks when if it's nice out and beautiful. I enjoy nature and stuff like that. I exercise as well to like overcome it too, cause like it really will like f you up for real. It will mess you up for real. It really will. It will affect you seriously really well. ADHD ain't no joke.
You know what? And that is true. Like you say, you be bored sometimes. You'll have like a girlfriend or a wife or something like that to keep you entertained.
Nah, no
Oh,
girlfriend right now.
okay,
I'm
okay.
o- I'm only 20, bro. You feel me? So like, I'm not trying to like get into a relationship right now because like I know the game already how these females are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not having it. You feel me? Like
Wow.
I know the game already. You feel me? So like I ain't having it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
listen, take your time. You know, what I mean, you're only 20 years old. You're not even old enough to drink yet. So yeah, absolutely. You need to, go out there and explore what's out there before you settle down. I agree with that 100%. You know,
word.
but this ain't your interview. This is my interview. Go ahead. I want more questions. Go ahead, man. You want
Yeah.
to speak?
Another question. What made you want to like really create your own platform for yourself? Like, what made you do it? Like, who motivated you or who inspired you to really get on your own platform to create your own platform?
I used to watch a lot of content creators, and I used to watch them. Like I used to watch people like Star. I used to watch, Queens Flip and several other content creators, and I used to watch them, and I used to even like radio stations, Breakfast Club, and everything like that.
Mm,
And I noticed when they interview certain people, some of the questions I feel as though they didn't ask right, or they missed certain questions, or whatever the situation may be. And I always say, I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if I get into the interviewing space, will I be able to conduct interviews? So that's why I really want to start off by doing interviews and everything like that. And I still do that to this day. But I felt as though like it looked fun. It looked like something that, especially if I could get paid to do it, it's easy money to me. I love to converse with people and have genuine discussions and conversations and everything like that. So I would say, you know what, let me give it a try. And I've been doing it for about 5.5 years now, and I've been feeling good. I enjoy it.
that's good, man. That's real good. And
Mhm.
you and you're really good at it too. You're really good at it. You got the potential for it too. You're really good. You're very funny. You got a good personality, like straight comedy, yo. Word. You really good. We got a lot of potential, bro. A lot of people, man, they got a lot of potential in them, and they just won't bring it out because they're just stuck in one position. Like you different. You know what I'm saying? You built different.
Is there anything that I've done that stood out to you that you remember the most?
Um um probably the singing shit you be doing. Now you be singing and shit.
Okay,
Yo, that be having me die, I be laughing, yo. It make me laugh. It make me laugh.
that's what's up. I be lip singing though. I can't really sing, you know what I mean? But I be
Yeah.
lip singing, yeah. But that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah,
Word, I rock with you heavy.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Yeah, I see that on your channel. It says you do interviews as well. So you got
Yeah. Actually, I just really started. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to change the game. You feel me? I'm trying to change what I do. So like I feel like, yo, why not get people on my, you know what I'm saying, on my platform so I can gain more traction. I'm not getting traction. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still grinding though, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Cause I love what I do. I've been doing this for 5 years and I'm still not at where I'm at. So it's like, what the, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm still
right.
going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You know what? And this is why I gave you, my platform to be able to interview me here on Behind the Bar, because it's like I remember when I first started out and I want to, start interviewing people and everything like that. Nobody gave me a shot. Nobody gave me a handout. You know what I mean? I had to get it out the mud. And I know the feeling
Mm-hmm.
when you're reaching out to people, and I know the feeling of hearing no, 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 no. You know what I mean? And it's really, it's hard to hear the word no, because it's like kind of like an embarrassing when you ask for somebody's help and they say no. And you've been reaching out to me. This has probably been about 3 months now that you've been wanting to interview me. So, we finally found the time to go ahead and interview. And I said, you know what? Let's do it over here behind the bar. And you can actually, rebroadcast it on your channel like a premiere whenever you're ready to do it as well. But I definitely wanted to give you a shot. That's why I put your name in the title. Make sure y'all go subscribe to DTGN on YouTube. And he has a cool platform. I was watching you interview the young man yesterday. I thought that was a great interview. I enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
that. That was really dope. So, I'm all about opportunity and giving people a chance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's good, man. Real talk. It's good. It's good to have people, have your back. You know what I'm saying? But
That's
I got another question for you. What type of music you like into? And what do you enjoy? What type of music do you enjoy personally?
I love all types of music, man. I have a Caribbean background. I have a Jamaican background, so I love reggae music. You know what I mean? I love hip hop, of course. I love R&B, of course. Um, I wouldn't say I'm into. That's probably the top three genres. I'm probably not into anything else. I don't listen to rock and roll or country music or techno music or anything like that. I do like I remember I used to love listening to reggaeton. So I do love and Spanish slash hip hop music. I love like the reggaeton as well. But for the most part, that's my four genres: hip hop, R&B, um, maybe a little bit of pop. Some people say Drake is pop. You know what I mean? So a little bit of pop here and there. For the most part, reggae, hip hop, R&B, and that's about it.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Um. Another question for you. Uh, what are your thoughts on old heads wanting to still be gangster in the streets.
Yeah, that's one of my things that I can't respect. You know what I mean? I'm in my 30s, and there's no old head that I could, for the most part. A lot of them act like overgrown adolescents. You know what I mean? I'm seeing men, in their 40s and their 50s, trying to live a second childhood. You know what I mean? They're not dressing.
Facts.
They're not dressing age appropriate. They're still talking about gang this and gang that. They got grandchildren, but they on the internet, you know what I mean, acting damn fool, want to fight people and all types of shit. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of the OGs failed us. You know what I mean? A lot of the people like in their 50s, a lot of them, because I'm an 80s baby, and fortunately for me, I was not born like no crack baby. My mother wasn't on drugs, but their generation of the guys that's like right now in their 40s and 50s, a lot of
Hmm.
them ruined my generation of the 80s babies. A lot of them guys, back when they were younger, they were selling drugs to, our parents and our neighborhoods. 80s was a big era where, I mean, crack was, hitting high, and it was making a lot of money off of selling crack and dope in our communities. And it ruined the generation. You know what I mean? So I think the generation before us, a lot of them, what I mean, let us down, and we don't really have anybody to look up to for the most part. So I look at them like failures. You know what I mean? Y'all let down a particular generation. And I definitely don't. I laugh at them. A lot of my content, you'll notice that I'm clowning a lot of them because I don't respect them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It is what it is.
Yo, yeah, I totally agree because like these are old people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you old as hell still in the streets. And this is why I say, this is why I preach F the streets. And I
Fact,
really mean that. Cause
fact.
like I'm from the streets, but I'm from the streets, I'm from the hood, but I'm never in the streets. I'm a homebody. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
The streets, when you old, you gotta be with your kids.
Facts.
That's your main priority. Your main just focus is on your kids. You should be able down. You should be able sitting down. You should be able to just sit down on the couch, chill with your kid, watch TV, laugh it up, and enjoy your life.
I
There's
agree.
no going back to the streets.
Facts.
The streets don't love you. The streets don't care about you. Oh,
I agree.
have a seat,
I was.
sit down, take a chill pill. Like
Hey,
I ain't did it.
I hear an accent. Where you from?
I'm from New York.
Okay, you don't have a Caribbean accent at all?
Nah,
Nah. Okay. Okay. I thought I heard it. Okay. What part of New York you from?
Long Island, New York.
Long Island. Salute to Long Island, New York. Okay,
Word.
that's what's up.
Word, cause like I just see everything for what it is. Cause like how you old, you still trying to play gangster mode. I
Right.
see dudes like in what's his name, Jim Jones and who else? Jay Prince, the old motherfuckers. Niggas scared of old niggas. Like you old. Anybody scared your old ass? You feel me? Like yo, it's wild, man.
Let me ask you a question, man. There was a question that was posed on a particular channel yesterday. You, as a 20-year-old man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody offered you $1 million to do 5 years in prison. Would you do it
5 years in prison?
for $1 million?
Hell no.
Wow, I like that answer. Let me drop a bomb for that real quick, man. Listen, let me say something real quick. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of your response. And there's a lot of old niggas, like we just spoke about old niggas, that will give up 5 years of their life for $1 million. We was watching a particular platform. Are you familiar with Zip with the Drip?
Hell yeah. I DM'd that nigga for the interview. He
Okay.
mad because I said F the streets. And I
Oh,
really meant that. He hit me up. He
wow.
hit me up, said, nah, you said F the streets, da da da. I'm like, okay. That's when you saw when I jumped on. When I jumped on live, I started like, doing my rant. You know what I'm saying? Just speaking the real like I usually do. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
you old as hell, Zip. If you still wanna be gang banging and in jail, like you're not in jail no more.
Yo, you said that you hit him up and you said F the streets and he was offended over that? Really?
He watched the I guess he watched one of my vids or something. He was watching videos or something. One of my videos. I don't know if he was watching me, but yo, he had to be watching me.
He said that he would do 5 more years in prison for $1 million, which I thought was the most ridiculous thing I ever heard, especially, and a lot of his audience agreed. A lot of his audience was saying, "Yeah, man, I'll do 5 years in prison." And I did the math on it, right? Let's do the math on it real quick, right? Because first and foremost, right? You know who want to get a cut before he get a cut? Who gets a cut before he gets a cut of that money? Who gets a cut? I'm asking you.
Oh, the feds ain't gonna get money first.
Federal government wants at
The
least.
government gonna get the bag first.
Let's just say how much percent you think? How much percent of $1 million is the government going to take? Let's give me a percentage real quick.
Shoot.
Give me a
Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know.
Let's just say of $1 million they're going to take on a lower end. Let's just say they're going to take 35%, right?
Yeah, 35%.
All right, they're going to take 35%. I'm about to do the math right now. I got my calculator out right now. The feds take 35%, so times that by 0.35, right? So they already get $350 off rip. They already get $350 off rip. So you minus $1 million minus $350, right? And that leaves you with $650, right? So you got $650.
Yeah.
And you divide that by 5 years, and it gives you $130,000 a year. You could go out and get a job doing electrician.
Yeah, make that money.
Plumber. I mean, if you work real hard as a truck driver and you out on the road damn near every day, you could probably make close to $100,000 even being a truck driver, which I am a truck driver as well. There's many jobs out there that you could go out there and make an honest living and work, start your own business, go out there and whatever, sell food, whatever. There's so many things.
Yeah, so many methods
to make money. And that just shows the mentality of a lot of people, man. This is, like you said, is an older guy, 42 years old, and rather like he's doing his thing with the podcasting thing and everything like that. And that showed me how much he don't even believe in his own self. You know what I mean? Because if he says that he's trying to start this, podcasting thing, and he's a content creator and he's interviewing celebrities and everything like that, it shows me he don't even believe in himself. You know what I mean? For you to sit back and say, I'm going back to prison and do 5 years in prison just to make $130,000 a year is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard a nigga say on YouTube.
100% ridiculous, and it's childish. Honestly, childish behavior, uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just ridiculous. You feel me? Like, I see things, bro. I just see, it's wild.
Yeah, that shit don't make any sense. But he's institutionalized. He spent half of his life in prison, so like that's his second home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they glorify prison, man. Glorify that shit like it's cool. You feel me? Like old heads they glorify it, and then think it's cool. The longer that you there, they making bans. The longer prison you go to, they making bans off you.
Right, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Every day, every time a black man's jailed, making bans off you. And then they be taking photos in prison, like, yeah, like, well, yo, it's not cool.
It's not cool.
It's normalized it's normalized now, yo.
I agree with that, man. And they you get humiliated in there. I heard when you go up in there, you got to bend over and get naked, bend over, open your asshole, cough.
Yo, what?
You're not around no women for next 5 years, so you in there, beating your meat for 5 years and all types of shit. And I don't like. It don't make sense to me, man. It doesn't make sense to me. That goes to what you said at the beginning, man. Like I don't respect a lot of these older guys at all, man. Like their mentality don't make any sense, man. Like there's a guy on YouTube. His name is Blow Dollars Network, and he has a saying that says a 9 to 5 is better than 25. You know what I mean? Basically saying like doing an honest day's living is better than going to prison. You know?
Yeah.
They making like 50 cents an hour to do some hard labor and shit like that. Like that shit don't make any sense to me. When he was over there advocating that and saying that he'll do 5 years in prison, and when I did the math on it, it's only $130,000 a year after taxes. I'm like, God damn, you might as well go out there and find a trade and get a good career. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, But a lot of people like to avoid that. The streets, they like to avoid that type of work. They want fast money. That's the problem.
Fast money.
The old heads too, they want the fast money. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So like, they don't want to go for the real deal. You feel me? Just get a nice job. We got options.
Absolutely.
You feel me? You got options. Choose your decision. Just like life it's all based on decision making, man. It's all about making the right choices in life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So cause when you make the wrong choice, bro, that's it gonna hit you. Like, damn, I should never did that. You know what I'm
That's a
saying? That's,
fact.
that's that's how the old heads got to think, bro. Y'all too old to be out in the streets. Ain't cool about that, man. Something wrong with this generation.
Read
I
the
just
comment on the screen. Read the comment on the screen what Night Vision TV said.
it's a chance you might not make it out trying to knock out five out.
Facts. I agree with that. That's a fact.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Word.
Niggas up there. You hear all them stories, people getting sliced in the face and all types of things. Bro,
Oh no, I want to get. Oh no,
I'm good, man. No, thank you. You know what I
I
mean?
can. I can never. I'll never do time for nobody, man.
Uh,
Never.
he said making license plates for 13 cents a day. That's crazy, yo. I
They
don't know.
make. They make. They make. When you in jail, I feel like they make cheap change, man. They don't make bread like that.
Don't make no money like
They
that.
don't make money like that. And I'm not making big bucks like that.
Ain't no way to live, man. That ain't no way to live. But I'm glad you said that you won't do it. You know, that shows me, you know,
Never.
your level of maturity. You know what I mean? And I'm proud that you said that. I was actually concerned because when he was doing the show yesterday, a majority of the people who were calling in said, "Yeah, I could do 5 years for $1 million." I said, "Well, you know, that's on y'all."
Yo, this generation crazy. But I got another question for you for real. How you feel about right? What do you think about snitch? Wait, hold on. Do you think snitching is being normalized in the streets and the music industry? And how do you feel about snitching in general?
All right, so that's a great question, man. I wouldn't want to live in a lawless society. What I mean by that is that I wouldn't want to live in a world where there is no rules. People could go and do whatever they want, and you got to depend on the community to, you know, protect you. You know what I mean? I don't think that that will work. You know, most people are selfish, not selfless. You know, so pretty much you have to be on your own. So what I'm saying to you is that we lived in a lawless society. Every time you leave your home, you're going to have to make sure that you're leaving with a gun, maybe two guns, and every time because there is no consequence if somebody comes and tries to harm you or your family. So I'm not against police. I'm not anti-police. Me, somebody that is a law-abiding citizen. You know, I I I would like to live in a world in a society where, you know, for the most part, there is police out there that, you know, for the most part, can help you if you're in a situation. Now, you said the word snitch, and that's a tricky word.
And I'm gonna
If
say
you
this, I'll cut you off, but the word snitch was made by the streets, though, right?
that's what I'm about to say right now. Snitches more so for people that's in the streets. So now, to answer your question directly, if you are a criminal and you're doing criminal activity with other people and you're in a group of people that y'all come together and y'all do y'all thing, whether it's drug dealing, whether it's robbing, stealing, raping, unfortunately, if you in that type and y'all in the group, and I hate to use the word raping, but let's just put everything on the table. Y'all all out there committing crimes, right? And y'all all in cahoots with one another. We all in a gang. We go out there. We terrorize communities. We destroy communities. We sell drug in our community. And one of us out of the group gets caught doing something that we all in cahoots with. We all agree that we're committing this crime. And I get caught. Say I'm in a criminal organization, and we all get caught.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though if I was in that organization, I need to go down by myself because we all agreed that we are criminals and we're doing things that's, well, if we get caught, we will go down and have to do time in prison. So I feel as though if you are in an organization and y'all all in cahoots with one another and you
Mm-hmm.
all are committing crimes, if one person get caught, they technically should not take down the whole crew, technically. Now, let me give you my perspective from a law-abiding citizen standpoint where I pay taxes and I don't involve myself in any type of criminal activity.
Mm-hmm.
Normal working man, I go do my job, I work my 9 to 5. And I'm in a situation where I'm out there and God forbid somebody shoots me and robs me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel as though as a law-abiding citizen, if I could point that person out in the line and in a police precinct, I should be able to without being called or labeled a snitch because I'm not in that type of lifestyle. I'm minding my business. I feel as though to get that guy off the streets, I'll be helping my community and my family. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, when you're black and you have this melanin in your skin, they all put us in a category of we're supposed to not talk to the police only when you're black or any type of minority according to this country, black, brown, Latino, whatever. If you ever talk to police, even if you are a law-abiding citizen, a lot of the criminals want to label you a rat or a snitch if you had
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with anything, which I totally disagree with. White people, Asian people, any other ethnicity that you could think of outside of like black and brown people, when they talk to the police, they're never being labeled a rat or a snitch or anything like that. It's just it is what it is. The only people that get passes in our from our color, they may say women and children. They say, they always use an analogy of grandmothers. If grandmother goes down the street and gets her purse snatched, grandma should be able to talk to the police. What about Papa Bear? What about the dad that walks and coming home from work and minding his own business and gets robbed and shot? I'm supposed to sit back and take the L and allow that man or that woman who violated me, that was minding his own business, to be able to hurt somebody else in the future, because I'm pretty sure if he did that to me, that's not going to be that wasn't his
Facts.
first time or that wasn't his last time. So that's the thing about our community, man, of the quote unquote stop snitching thing. To answer your question, it depends on, if you are part of the streets or if you're not.
Spoke truth, man. That's facts, man. And that's a fact. He says snitch only apply to the streets. You're not in the streets, it's not snitching. You know what I'm saying? It's your
Right,
duty. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And that's a fact because, like, when I look back on, you know, the whole 6ix9ine situation, right? Even though he was part of that organization, tell me if I'm right or wrong for this. 6ix9ine was part of the Bloods, right? But we
right,
all know he wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Um, they backstabbed him. They robbed him, beat him up, pimped. They got this video footage of them of him jumping out the trunk of the car. Cause they put him in the car, they kidnapped him and shit like that, right? And then there's way more they done to him. Uh, remember Trey where he bagged his girl, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They did so much to him. And then 6ix9ine had put all of them in jail. And everybody was calling 6ix9ine, you a snitch, you a rat, you this. Now, was 6ix9ine wrong for that? Or wrong for that or not?
And that is a very controversial question. But I like the question, and I spoke
Yeah.
about this on my show when the whole thing went down. When I first saw 6ix9ine, right, and he had the rainbow hair and he had the guns in the video, shot, 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 shots, nigga. Everybody go pop, 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 nigga. I thought it was known to everybody that this is just a trolling type of parody comedy. Like, I didn't think that it was a situation where they're really doing this type of criminal activity behind the scenes. I actually thought when 6ix9ine first came out, it was a genius marketing scheme to get this
Mhm.
Mexican kid with rainbow hair with guns in the video to bring like a shock value to hip hop. But I thought everybody knew that it was just jokes and
Yeah.
I didn't
Cold.
know that they was really behind the scenes, really getting it in and really committing crimes and really putting hits out on people. I was like, what the hell? So
Mhm.
to answer your question and looking at it from hindsight, now that it's behind us, was 6ix9ine wrong for what he did? I gotta honestly say yes, he was, because the image that he eventually was acting out, like playing around with, he actually went into from character to doing it in real life, as far as putting hits out on people and all types of things and on the internet talking crazy. So it
Mm-hmm.
started off as something that I thought was comedy that turned into reality. And
Mm-hmm.
if he went out there as an adult that he was and was putting out particular hits on people and everything like they said that he was, then he involved himself in the streets and he's no longer a civilian. So,
Mm-hmm.
since he put himself out there like that, to answer your question, is 6ix9ine a rat? Did he snitch? Absolutely.
Mm. Because I was gonna say is like me look at like from my perspective when I looked at the situation. Well, I heard everything they did to him, like kidnapped him, did all that, tortured him, did all that other shit. I'm like, yo, that's foul. So from my perspective, I feel like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, he kind of did the right thing, but at the same time, he did bad stuff in between. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine got his good deeds and got his bad deeds. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like he did the right thing, but at the same time, he did it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So like, the whole snitching thing.
Yeah, the streets don't have no love for anybody. There's no rules out here on the streets, man. So,
Facts.
you
There's
know,
no street code. Not no more.
ain't no street code no more. So
Everybody snitching now. It's
everybody
normalized.
everybody's snitching now. So, he put himself in that position, and it comes with that. It comes with the backstabbing. It comes with the guy that's calling you, your fellow gang member. He might be looking at your girl and want to have sex with her and everything like that. He may be trying to rob you because it's a dirty game. It's a street game, and everybody in the streets. One thing they brag about is the streets is how you even hear the rappers brag about, yeah, I used to rob niggas, to shoot niggas, so it's glorified. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
at the end of the day, you get what you ask for. Get it because you asked for it, and it is what it is.
That's a fact. Truth right there. Real talk. Yeah. Streets ain't it. It's not it.
Let people know, and just a little small little plug. Let people know we got 19 people in the room. Let people know who you are, where they can find you at. If one of my moderators could please find DTGN's YouTube channel and put it in the live chat. I want y'all to go over there and support this young man. He's only 20 years old. He reached out to me some months back. He says, "Behind the bar, I would love to interview you." He enjoys the content that I provide, and who am I to tell him no? You know what I mean? I wish more people who are inspired to do content on YouTube or interviews on YouTube will reach out to me for an interview. I don't charge people to interview me. I'm actually, flattered that the young man reached out to me and wanted to interview me. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that.
No problem, G. But y'all go tap in. You know what I'm saying? There's interviews on the channel on DTGN to tap in to DTGN. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of deep topics. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of playlists. I talk a lot about like gang banging, things like that. Bad like it's a lot of topics I talk about. Government, stuff like that. It's a lot of topics, a lot of deep topics that y'all can go tap into.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of topics. I got a second channel. Y'all go tap into that. DTGN 2.0. I got a lot of content. Y'all be like, damn, y'all gonna be like, damn, he's speaking real it. And a lot of people are avoiding me right now. You feel me? So like I'm still grinding regardless. You know what I'm saying? So make sure I go tap in.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Word too, bro.
Yeah.
Word. I got another question for you for real.
Let's go.
Alright. What do you like about music in today's time and what do you dislike about it?
Um, the music nowadays, especially with we have smartphones and everything like that. It's like you could pretty much listen to whatever genre you want to. It's a good feeling to go on YouTube. It could listen to any song that I grew up listening to. Just type it in the search bar, and most likely you can find it. The music nowadays, to be honest with you, they say after a certain age, they say after 35, you kind of get out the loop as far as what's new, what's hot, who's the next up and coming artist, who I don't even listen to artists under age 30. You know what I mean? Like I'm up like if you're under 30 years old, most likely I wouldn't even give you a chance unless the music is literally thrown in my face or you're listening to it on the radio. You know what I mean? I'm kind of stuck in my ways as far as the artists that I kind of listened to growing up, the people who are still making music. Like, I may sound old to you, but I still listen to, like people from like D Block. I still listen to, I still listen to, obviously Drake is still popping. I still listen to old, 50 Cent music, and
Old school.
yeah, I listen to music that like the artists that I grew up listening to. I still listen to Fabulous. You know what I mean? I like the New York artists that I grew up listening to, things like that. Like
Mm.
that's still making music and stuff like that. I follow those people. I don't follow like a who can I use as an example? Like YFN Lucci, or I'm not following like them young, like I'm not following them kids. I can't do
Yeah,
it.
the youngins.
Yeah, I can't follow them because I can't relate to them. I don't really even know what they really saying or anything like that. So that's how I know that
Mhm.
I already reached a cap in my mentality as far as the type of music I listen to. Like I even think about when I was growing up, like how my parents probably didn't want to listen to the music I listen to because it's like it's unrelatable. I can't listen to people I can't listen to the mumble rap. You know what I mean? I just can't. But that's just me. Already at a cap in my particular mentality of the music that I listen to and the music that I enjoy. I still love
Mhm.
listening to 90s music, you know what I mean? And you're only 20 years old, so you don't even know nothing. You wasn't even born in the 90s, but I listen to
Mhm.
90s music, R&B haven't been, you know, ar- uh, people don't even make love songs anymore for the past 20 years. Love songs are dead. But I still,
Facts.
and I listen to my Jodeci. I listen to my Boyz II Men. I listen to Keith Sweat. I listen to the songs that I listened to in the 90s and everything like that. But to answer your question, man, I'm out the loop, man. You probably could tell me some artists right now who are popping right now I never even heard of, man.
I could tell you a few, probably a few. But I got one more question before I say it though. Uh, play the game, know the rules, break the rules, pay the consequences. Okay. Um. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Just gonna ask you, and everybody lose my train of thought. What do you feel like? Have you ever listened to drill music though? Have you ever experienced listening to drill music?
I can't get into it. I honestly can't
You
get into
can't
it.
get into it, right?
It's too
It's too much. I'm not
it's
gonna lie.
it's too demonic. I believe in frequencies.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And music can make you happy. It can make you sad. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And if you put all that type of negative music, because drill is just a word for kill. You know what I mean? And me at in my 30s listening to rappers rap about smoking on Andre Obama pack or Doogie 5-4 pack or Stacks De Niro pack, talking about killing each other. I'm just talking about people in my chat. Just using an example. I can't listen to it, man. I can't do it. Next thing you know, my dumb ass be sitting there, you know, in my car driving around, waving around my gun in the car, acting like a goddamn fool because I'm listening to this type of music in my car. Hell no. You know what I mean?
that's that's how it be too, yo. That's how it be.
Yeah,
That's
you saw
how it be.
John Morant when he pulled out his gun in the car. Who was he listening to? You remember?
Oh, young boy.
He was listening to NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah, young
Exactly.
boy.
Yeah,
Young
man.
boy.
He out there listening to NBA YoungBoy. He got into the mood. The frequencies of his music, although he was already in trouble for pulling out the gun the first time, the music was so good to him that he felt the need to pull the gun out. And I guarantee he did it subconsciously, not even
Yeah.
realizing what he was doing. But the music and the beats and the frequency of the beats was hitting so hard. He said, I gotta just pull it out one time and be like, hey, 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 hey.
Yo, that's a fact though. But it's also the people around him too.
Right.
Word. The people you hang around, you start acting stupid. I'm telling you, watch people you hang around.
Oh,
Word.
I'm
I
glad
mean,
you said that. Watch the company you keep, man. I know this is a cliche saying, but if you are the smartest person in your crew, you in the wrong crew. Hey yo, DTGN, they can't do nothing for you if you are the smartest person in your group, bro. It is what it is.
facts. Real talk.
Absolutely.
Real talk.
Man, I'm enjoying this interview, man. You're doing very well to be so young. You're doing very well. I'm appreciating these questions, bro.
No problem, bro. No problem. But about the you said when we name some artists that are good to me.
Yeah.
Um, I do. Oh man, nah, 'cause I listen to my era. I listen to my era of music. Damn.
I tell you,
Uh,
Give me some names that's hot right now. Name 5 artists right now that's hot right
I'm gonna say Young Boy hot right now, but you gotta be careful what you listen to from him though. He changed it up a little bit. He's like I like the only music I like from Young Boy though. I like the love songs. I like the sad type music. You know what I'm saying? I listen to different genres like rock. You know what I'm saying? So like Young Boy, he hot artist. He popping right now. People say he fell off, but he's hot. Uh who else? Lil Durk, he's hot. I like the love songs on his shit too. Who else? Kid Ink. You never heard of Kid Ink?
now. No.
Damn, you yo.
Hey,
You
dog!
oh yo. Uh, Machine Gun Kelly.
I know the white boy, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a dope artist. I like his rock music. I ain't listen to him in a minute though, cause like sometimes I be getting bored of music. Sometimes bored of music. Sometimes I gotta change it up. Who
Okay.
else?
All right,
Let's
it's cool.
see.
You gave me a good amount. You said Little Dirk, NBA YoungBoy, Machine Gun Kelly, and some other guy I don't know.
Kid
Okay.
Ink.
Kidding. All right, cool.
I grew up listening to him. I was like younger though. That was like around like 2000s.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
uh, it's gonna be some deep. This is what gonna be like. The question is gonna be crazy. In your opinion, right now, I know you don't really listen to like our generation of music. Maybe you have. You know what I'm saying? I know you like your stuff. You like your old stuff. Same here. I like my old stuff too. But who you think is saving hip hop right now? Like name 3 artists right now that you think who and name 3 artists who are destroying the rap game.
You hit me with a one. I gotta use my brain. You said who is saving hip hop?
Yeah, or who is destroying the rap game? Like who's good, who's trash? Give me 3 artists.
Oh shit. I think who's trash. I never respected. Um, I never respected Young Thug as a rapper. Um, I never respected him. I couldn't respect a man that comes out here in a dress and the nail polish and,
Mm,
and, and
Hollywood.
and claims to be heterosexual while out here rapping. I could never respect it. You know what I mean? Even though a lot of people love, Young Thug, I could never respect it, man. It was just weird to me that everybody in the hip hop will automatically, do music with the guy because of his popularity. You know what I mean? Who else? Um, um, I'ma go my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna. Who's that? What's his name? What's his name?
Lil Nas X.
Little Nas X is messing up. Is an embarrassment to to the black community. You know what I mean? To hip hop.
X.
You know what I mean? It's shameful how the industry will use certain people to push a particular agenda. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
think that him doing what he doing online and everything like that. It's just with music. It's just an embarrassment, especially because we rode for him when we didn't know.
Yeah, he was on a come up too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't respect it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Never respected mumble rappers. You know what I mean? I just thought it was a joke. But that's my thoughts. Who's saving hip hop? I think the older generation that's still going out there, spitting bars, doing their thing. Like the Jada Kisses of the world, going on stage and showing how to do it on the verses and ripping the stage apart.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was dope. I think they're saving hip hop. You know what I mean? I think even Drake may not. People may say Drake is not hip hop, but I definitely respect his music. You know what I mean? I think his music is really, really cool. He have a little something for everybody. You could do a little R&B, you could do a little pop, you could do a little rap. You know what I mean? So my generation is still holding it down as far as holding up the integrity of hip hop. You know what I mean? But yeah, I hope I answered that question. Did I answer that question? Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Those were good questions. Those good answers for real.
Thank you.
He said it's a lot of trash. That's a fact. A lot of trash. Hip hop getting boring. Music getting boring now. Ain't gonna lie. Then this gonna make me go to the old stuff. I'm gonna start listening to Onyx in this motherfucker.
That's
Word.
is what you know about Onyx? What you know about Onyx, young boy? Huh?
Onyx. Now come my pops, he be putting me on to old school shit. Like
Nice.
we grew up, like I grew up listening to old stuff like Tupac, Biggie. I grew up listening to old stuff too. But I never got deep in tune to really like get real deep in a music type like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know their true like their story, nothing like that really. So like I'm still trying to like get into it. But I do rock with Tupac though, cause he's like he be speaking some real it.
That's a
Not music wise. I'm talking about like preaching. You know what I'm saying? Like I like how he's a poet. You know what I'm saying?
that's a fact. Shout out to City Rogers in the building. Yes, absolutely. Like the guys like Nas, still could come over here and still make music relevant.
That's it was fire. Nah, that's it was fire.
Yeah,
Magic 2 was fire. The first one he dropped was fire too.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
He a dope artist. Now it's classic.
Right, right. Let me ask
No
you a
joke.
question. Would you want people to come up also and join the conversation, or you want to do this on your own?
Huh?
Would you want me to drop the link so other people could come in and ask questions, or you want to do this on your own?
You could drop the questions on it.
No, no. I said, would you want me to drop the link so people could come up with?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Drop
okay.
the link, yeah.
If anybody want to come up and ask questions, either for me or for what does DTGN stand for?
I got shit tattoo on me too. It's a deep. All my tattoos I got is deep, bro. You feel me? I
Okay,
got it tattooed right here. DTGN. It's a DTGN tattooed right here. It stands for die to get noticed.
die to get noticed.
Die to get noticed. It's
Oh
deep.
wow,
Deep.
die to get noticed. So
Deep.
you said it's deep. Break it down to me exactly.
Let me,
It
let me
sounds
break it down to you. I know a lot of artists, a lot of rappers, a lot of people. A lot of people won't notice you till you like die. A
wow,
lot of people won't notice you until you really on a come up. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I really that's why I got that that's why I came up with the name.
wow,
Cause a lot of people they don't notice you till you die and they won't notice you unless you shoot. Unless like it's your birthday or something or you got a party going on. That's the only time people will notice you. Especially when you want to come up, like you when you down bad for real, you down bad for real. Nobody gonna notice you. But
wow,
as soon as you want to come up and you die in the middle of your come up, that's when you get noticed. Even by family,
wow,
cousins, it could be cousins, uncles. It don't matter. Your anybody that you know, they gonna notice you. As soon as you die, something they gonna be like, oh shoot,
wow.
damn, I didn't know he died. That's when you don't get noticed for real, yo. So like that's why I really created a name for myself. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that's a meaning to it. It can have many meanings to it though.
And somebody put in the live chat. I thought of a verse as well. I thought of only dead rappers get better promotions. That's Jada Kiss. He just City Rogers quoted a Biggie line. It says like Big said, "No one knows you till somebody kills you." That's a fact.
Facts, yo.
No one till I know the song. You no one till somebody's killed you, right? Yeah. Nobody. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
man, that's my name though.
Kills you. I like that. You know what I mean? That's dope. Dying to get noticed, yo. That is crazy. He's 20 years old, man. Roasted toast. He's 20 years old, man. He's an inspired journalist. You know what I mean? And I want to give him an opportunity to come over here and interview me, man. Nobody, for whatever reason, nobody wants to interview me in the milk, man. So I was very, very flattered when the young man, reached out to me for an interview. You know what I mean? This is really cool. Yeah,
Real talk. This is dope. It's going really well.
absolutely, absolutely.
Appreciate it, man. Real talk.
Ah, man, this is cool. I'm enjoying this, man. Go ahead. I want some more questions. Go ahead. We lit. Turn up.
I bet. Say less. All right. Oh man, you ready? You can't. Oh, man. Ah! No, that one.
Do you do music?
Music. I do music, but I don't rap or nothing. No, I make beats.
Okay, okay, that's what's up. That's
Um,
what's up.
you can find it on my page. I got a whole. I just released a whole tape recently
Okay,
of like 12 tracks. It's on a platform. I can go tap into that. I use Garage Band. You feel me? Cause I had to tap into something different. You feel me? So like, we gotta understand as people, bro. The way the world is today, right? People think that you can just stick to one position and one thing. Don't stick to one thing at all, bro. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Us as people, we have way more potential than within us than what you think.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Cause a lot of people, they so stuck in a box and so programmed to stick to one thing. It's like you're not getting nowhere. You gotta try new things in the world. You feel me? And for real, we all powerful human beings. We all very smart human beings, bro. We're very intelligent human beings, bro.
Mm.
I'm telling you, a lot of people they just lost. They lost and they won't change up stuff. You gotta change your habits. You gotta try new things. You gotta change it up. I
Wow.
started making beats in November of last year. It was only the beginning. Yeah, that beat was garbage. Yeah, second beat was alright. The third beat, it was alright. Fourth beat, it got a little better.
You mind
Now,
if I play one of your songs right now?
hmm?
You mind if I play one of your songs right now?
One of my beats?
Yeah, can I play one right now?
Yeah, tap in. You can even tap on the recent ones. They're alright. You
All
can
right.
tap in right now.
All right, I'm about to listen to
Alright.
that right now. Everybody pay attention.
I gotta give you some better
Bang, bang.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Bang, bang, bang.
Hey, I like it, man. I like it. Man, I like it, yo. Shout out to you. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Word.
Yeah,
Real talk.
man. And which do you recommend I play? Recommend one more for me. Which other one should I play? I want to hear one more.
Let me see. You probably play the recent ones I dropped too. You could tap into those. Let me see.
Which one? Tell me where. Where can I find it?
Go to playlist.
I'm about to share your screen right. I'm about to share the screen right now. Hold on.
All right, best hit last.
All right, here we go. How do you find this? BTN. All right, so I'm at the playlist right now. Yeah, which one to click on?
Go to real. Let me see. Oh, you can go to the Real Talk the Real Talk album mixtape.
Right
the
here.
One I got right now. That one. Yep.
They thought it was over. This one right here.
Yes, type beat.
All right, let's go.
They're sleeping on my beats, man. They're playing with me.
All right, let's go.
Well, I'll be up tonight. Facts. It up. Try.
These niggas stupid.
Word.
Yeah, I can just, yo, I can hear. You need somebody to harmonize over this, yo. This needs some harmony in the back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's missing like. I think it's missing somebody harmonizing. Like I just like. It sounds good, but I just need to hear somebody in the background harmonizing something, yo. If you could get somebody in the background of that, just harmonizing, not even words, just like a like a. I don't want to like that song needs some harmony in the background, yo. And
Okay.
that shit right there, oh my god, that would
Oh,
hit,
yeah.
yo. It's missing some harmony. If you could get somebody with a nice voice that could harmonize something in the background, I think it would be perfect. You know what I mean? But that's just my, unprofessional opinion. I'm not a producer or anything like that, or what they call it, a A&R. I'm not an A&R or nothing like that, man. But it sounds good. It sounds good. Shout out to you, man. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Roaster Toast, Andre Obama, Stacy Galore, Doogie54, Half Pass. Everybody, salute.
Salute. Real talk. Grinding gonna stop. Keep going.
I don't think they heard me. Salute to everybody in the room. Roaster Toast, Andre Obama, Stacy Galore, Doogie54, Half Pass. You have any more questions, bro?
Hell yeah, I got some more questions for you. You about to get lit. What you mean, G?
Let's go.
Let's see. What is your favorite thing to do during the day?
Sleep. You know what I mean? Sleep, man. What my favorite thing to do during the day, man? Probably, probably play with my kids, man. I like spending time with my kids and all that stuff, So, me and my son will go to the park, probably play basketball. I taught him how to swim, so sometimes we'll go swimming or whatever the situation may be. Uh, that's about it, man. I don't really do much, man. I also enjoy, making content. I definitely enjoy that, putting together content. As you know, I'm a content creator, so the mind of a content creator, I'm constantly trying to think of how can I elevate, behind the bar better. What am I going to do next? Who am I going to interview next? Who am I going to turn up on next? Because sometimes I got to turn up on people on YouTube, as you probably know. You know what I mean? And yeah, I enjoy, being a content creator. I definitely enjoy, you know, being, the creativity. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I'm not an artist or anything like that, but I could kind of feel what it's like to be an artist. Like you're an artist, so you're always in your mind trying to think of nice music in your mind and coming up with dope music and stuff like that. I do the same thing. I'm trying to think of dope topics and dope things to talk about, whatever the situation may be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. I like also like I'm also into editing. I love editing. I've been editing videos, and I do short skits. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever seen any of my skits, but I enjoy putting together skits.
Mhm.
They only be about like 2 or 3 minutes, but it's fun. I would love one day. You know what I mean? Lord willing, one day I would love to make a movie.
That'd be
I
fire,
feel as though
yo.
if I ever become huge on YouTube, I think I will make a movie. You know what I mean? And people always tell me, why am I waiting for me to be of a particular, like a particular subscriber count, but it's like I don't want to put together a project and it gets seen by nobody. You know what I mean?
Facts.
They
Yeah.
have they have platforms like Tubi and everything like that where I could probably put together a movie and put it on, but
Hmm.
it's hard when you're doing everything by yourself. I don't really have any, help as far as if I was to put together a movie, but that's one of my dreams, man. Before I leave this earth, I would love to leave a movie behind, even if it's just one.
That's a good goal for real, man. It's not.
Absolutely.
It's never too late, man. It's never too late, man. Never too late to to accomplish, something that you really want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So just keep on, grinding, keep on, striving for greatness, man, nonstop. Just be obsessed with it. You know what I'm saying? Be obsessed with working. Be obsessed with it. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Be
That's
obsessed with
all it takes. That's all it takes, man.
it. I like that. I like that.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Some more questions. I'm listening.
Uh, what was your favorite movie in your childhood?
I probably want to say Toy Story. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I was a big Toy Story fan. You know what I mean? I like Toy Story. I like Indian in the Cupboard. Um, I liked growing up. What else I like growing up? Um, Kid movie growing up. Yeah. I like Friday when I was a kid growing up. Everybody like classic, like all the hood classes growing up as a kid. I enjoyed that. Um,
Mm,
mm, um, yeah, I think I was a big Keenan and Kel fan when I was a kid. I used to love Nickelodeon, and I always wanted to like one day be on all that. Like that was a dream of mine when I was a kid. I said, man, I would love to be a cast member on all that. You know what I mean? Where when Nick, that's back when you were probably real young, but like when Nick Cannon, that's how Nick Cannon came up. That's how Keenan came up. Now he on Saturday Line, Keenan and Kel, and I always wished I could be one of those kids and all that. You know what I mean? That
mm-hmm.
was something. But I was just a kid from Connecticut. So I didn't have any connections with anybody, any producers, anything like that. But that's when YouTube came about, I said, I wonder if I could, try to do something with this YouTube thing, and maybe I'll get discovered or whatever. But like you said, I have to be obsessed with my dream and whatever I want to do. You know what I mean? And
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Yeah.
definitely, I don't know if I want to use the word obsessed, but I'm very passionate about.
Yeah, passion. Yeah.
I'm passionate about Behind the Bar. I worked hard on this particular channel, man. It's been a hell of a 5 years, man, and it's a lot of ups and downs when you are a content creator. It's very ups and downs. You get people that come and go, and sometimes there's a lot of drama when you try to create content and you lose friends, you gain friends, or whatever the word you want to use. But I learned a lot. I think this journey has been a very exciting journey for the most part, and I'm still having fun with it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It gives me, in a sense, something to do to keep me out of trouble. You know, um, rather than being out there in the streets and everything like that, or be at a bar out in the streets where you could potentially go out there get into some type of situation, a bar fight or whatever. Why not build a bar in your home and talk to people virtually? It's almost damn near the same thing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I could come on here and make a couple of dollars while sitting back talking and drinking. Why not? So thought of a name. I said, I'm gonna do a podcast. I'm gonna call it Behind the Bar. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna talk to people virtually and pretend like they're sitting here in my basement having a drink with me. There's a plenty of times on StreamYards, me and my peoples do a show. We all have our drinks in our hand and we be on here just talking shit and having a good time, man. You know what I mean? And it is what it is.
That's good for that's amazing, man. That's a good way to put it too. You can do the same, and what were you doing at home, what we doing in the outside world can do the same thing. You can do the same thing at home, depending on the space in your home. If you got a basement, you can build your own thing. Like you gotta go out and play. We can have fun at home.
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to answer this question right here. He says, "Yo, BDB, I have a question for you. At one point, I thought you, Zip, and Hassan was a great trinity. I was rocking with all three of y'all. Now that y'all fell out, are you guys forcing to pick sides?" I, me, Hassan, and Zip was never a trinity. Just to make that clear. That was never in the works at all. They were just fellow content creators. I never even spoke to any of these guys outside, like on a phone, like never met them in person, anything like that. Um, I think we're three different people. When I first, started interviewing Hassan, every time he came on Behind the Bar, he never charged me. I can never sit back and pretend like he never charged me. He always came off the just looking out, and he did help bring views to the channel when he comes onto the channel. But we never did it like a real, collaboration for the most part. I was never went on his channel and did any type of content with him whatsoever. Same thing for Zip. I think we're all, for the most part, three independent content creators with three different visions. You know what I mean? And, that was never in the works. I don't know if you assumed that it was in the works, because you called us a trinity. Um, would it work out, us three doing a podcast? I mean, you never know. But like I said on my last show, with them, with their situation going on, whether we believe it's real or not, I can't see them really working together and getting along if their so-called feud is real. You know what I mean? I think we all bring three different things to the table. I'm the smallest out of all three of them, meaning that as far as a following is concerned, I don't think Hassan needs me. I don't think Zip with the Drip needs me, and I don't think I need them. But at the end of the day, I wish them all the best. It's at the end of the day, when I blog on them, it's never personal. It's just content. And if it makes sense, I'm gonna make content off of it. And regardless on their personal feelings on my perspective, that's on them. But just know when I come on here and I give my perspective, it's my perspective and my perspective only. And who feels some type of way about it, feels some type of way about it. But that's just the name of the game. That's why I go by the monarchy of it's friends to none. Because if I sit back and pretend to be someone's friend on YouTube or be somebody's friend on YouTube, then I can no longer make them content. So when they do something on YouTube that may be content worthy, I can't make content over them because of afraid of offending them. You know what I mean? So when I draw the line in the sand and I make it clear to everybody that, hey man, we can make content and we could do business, but I'm not your friend, then it's okay, but it is what it is. But that's a great question, man. But ain't no picking sides over here, man. Everybody do their own thing and it is what it
Right.
is, because like Hassan was like, yo, why was Zip with the Drip working with 10 Toes Down? If that's how he feel he should do it, then he should do it. Who is anybody to tell anybody who they could work with? I understand they have a thing called loyalty, but at the end of the day, if you don't make any promises with anybody, if you're not under any type of contract or agreement with anybody, the only person that you owe loyalty at the end of the day is yourself. And it is what it
Facts.
is. But yeah, great question, man.
Facts. Facts. Spoke truth right there, bro. Ain't no competition. We work together, man. That's a problem with the community in today's time. A lot of people want to compete instead of working together. We gotta work like the government, man. Not working. The government be working. They got all the motherfuckers working together, putting together all these plans and shit. We can do the same exact shit. We can do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. It's hard, man, as black content creators, man. It's too much ego involved, man. Like, it's too much ego involved, too much pride involved, man. And I haven't yet to see it yet as far as like a lower level. Like, I don't understand why we all can't get together and be the next $1 million worth of game, or be the next Breakfast Club, or
Facts.
be the next I just don't know. It's just too much. I can't, man. It's hard, man, and that's why, man. I'd rather do it on my own, man, and then I could
Right.
possibly build my own team around me because I tried that once in a while. Night Vision. I tried to get guys together, not Hassan and Zip, but when I started YouTube, man, I had a little nice, little decent cast of people. We all get together on StreamYards, a couple times a week, and we come together and make content and converse with one another. But it's hard to manage people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not a good leader. What I mean by that is that if I have 5 people in the crew and all 5 people are on different pages, and I sit back and I try to appease everybody, it's never going to work.
Yeah.
Can appease everybody because somebody in the group is not going to be on the same page, and it's going to cause conflict and controversy and arguments and beef,
Drama.
and then it's drama. It's hard, you know what I mean? So that's why when I come on live, you always notice I always say a saying. I say I don't need a nigga or a bitch because my mentality is I feel as though I got to do this on my own. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I have to do this on my own. I have to prove to not just, I had to prove to myself that I can do it. And then if I ever get to a situation on YouTube where I am a big household name, then I can start recruiting people that's going to be, it's going to fit right with me. Other than that, it's really not going to work. It's not. I tried. I
I feel
tried.
you.
I failed. You know what I mean?
It be like that. I feel you. Um, I got another question though. You have to do your own thing. Facts.
Absolutely. Like right now, right? You and I having a great conversation. Shout out to DTGN, you know what I mean? And shout out to the 20-something people in the room. I appreciate every one of y'all, but most people rather me come online and talk about the next man as opposed to talk about myself, which is so unfortunate because it's like, all right, get to know the content creator who is bringing you the content as opposed to my opinion about another content creator. You know what I mean? Like I could go live every single day if I could talk about myself, but people really don't tune into Behind the Bar for me, the milkman. They go on Behind the Bar for me to give them the updates and the tea and the gossip and the drama
They
about
love
the
that.
next
They
man,
love it.
which I don't mind doing, but we should have a balance. We should have a balance of I should be able to come on here and talk to anybody, and we could be able to have a decent amount of people in the room that's willing to listen to a conversation, a topic, or whatever's going on pertaining on, life. But I understand how YouTube works, and that's not what my audience is looking for. So it is what it is. I got to keep on grinding.
Big facts. Big facts, y'all. Real talk.
But go ahead, ask me some more questions, man. I'm listening. I'm talking too much.
Anyway, what was your favorite video game growing up? No, I can't hear you.
I was talking to my son. You said my third video game?
What was your favorite video game growing up?
You said my third or my first?
Favorite.
Oh, favorite. I grew up in the 90s, and my first video game system was Nintendo. I remember we had Nintendo at the house. We had Nintendo. I grew up playing games like Super Mario Brothers. I grew up playing games like Pac-Man. You know what I mean? Things like that. So I grew up playing video games, man. I was just talking to my son earlier. He's right there, right there. And I said, "Yo, you don't play any other game than Fortnite? I can't play Fortnite. I can't relate to Fortnite. Like Fortnite to me is they lie to you because Fortnite is a game that you could download and it's free, but it's the most expensive game in the world. It's the most expensive game in the world. I'm spending like $21 a month on this game for the past 4 years. My son wants V-Bucks. You know what I mean? I'm like, I thought this game was free. You know what I mean? That's how they get you. And the game to me looks so corny and cartoonish. I can't get into it. So I asked my son, I said, "Yo, can you play something else so I can play with you?" He's like, "Nah, I only like Fortnite." I said, "All right, well, it is what it is." I can't even play the game with my son because all he want to do is play Fortnite. It's a game that I can't relate to. The games that I grew up with, grew up playing Metal Gear Solid. I grew up playing Call of Duty, Ghost Recon, things like that. I'm not playing no Fortnite at 30-something years old. You got me, hell no.
I got this shit right here.
Oh, that's a Nintendo. That's Game Boy Nintendo, like Game Boy. Okay.
So I got this show off. I got it off Timu.
Okay.
Look, I got the yeah. I don't know if it's dead though.
Nice.
Might be dead. That shit dead. Yeah,
Right.
that shit dead. It
Okay.
died. Oh, I got this shit right here. I be playing this every now and then.
Nice. Yeah, that's how I grew up with playing Game Boy and all that. Game Boy Color. I remember when Game Boy Color was came out. Because when Game Boy first came out, it was in black and white. And then when Game Boy Color came out, it was a big deal. But, oh my God, Game Boy Color. And then they had the PSP, all of that, man.
Classic, yo, classic. The games back there was mad lit, yo. Now it's kind of garbage. Now, I'm not saying all the games are garbage in now time, but like back then was just way better. I like the old stuff too.
Right. I like Fight Night. I remember they used to have Fight Night.
Fight night, yo, y'all go tune in and fight night. I be dropping clips, yo.
Let's Get Ready to Rumble. I used to like that. Blitz, NBA, NFL Blitz.
That's fire too. All the classic, yo, classic games. I'm about to get it, yo. I'm about to get a 360. About to get a 360 again, yo. Xbox 360.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm about to get I just got a new game for it too. I got a game already.
Okay. Nice. Dragon Ball Z. That's what's up.
Ramuzi Raising Blast too. Word.
Okay.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Racing Blast too. So I'm about to play that. I'm about to play that soon.
Gotcha.
Tomorrow, so I'm about to get lit. You feel me? So like, I'm about to have some fun. You feel me? So
that's what's up, man.
Enjoy it. Let me see. What is your biggest accomplishment that you are proud of about yourself?
Probably my kids, man. You know what I mean? I think I'm doing a good job raising my kids. You know, they're my pride and my joy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that's something that I feel as though if I ain't do nothing right, I think raising them, I'm doing something right. If I ain't never do nothing right in life, I think I'm doing right by my kids.
That's good.
Yeah, that's my biggest accomplishment.
That's great, man. Let's see. What do you love most about yourself?
I like the fact that I'm independent. You know what I mean? I love the fact that I don't really rely on, people when I'm ready to do something in my life. You know what I mean? I'm definitely somebody who I consider a go getter.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go out there. I go out there and I grind and I get it. You know, I feel proud that I never have to go out and for the most part, like ask anybody for anything. When I moved out my mother's house, I think I was 20. I was 22. I was 22 years old, and I never ever had to call my mother
For
for
anything.
financial help. You know what I mean? And that makes me proud. You know, I never had to call anybody in my family, to help me with my bills. You know, I never had anything like turn on. I never went out with like turn off my electricity cut off in my house. You know what I mean? I just been blessed. You know what I mean? So that's something I'm very very proud. The fact that I've been able to to be a man. You know, not every male is a man, and to know
Facts.
that I'm able to come out here and survive. You know, it's a good feeling. You know what I mean? It's a really good feeling.
That's amazing too, cause like I like that same here with me. I like being independent too as well.
Right. Yeah,
Cause like
anybody can pull up, Larry. Pull up, bro.
cause like when you do stuff by yourself, it's like you proud of you're proud of yourself more than anything. You more happy that way too.
Right.
You appreciate yourself more. You have nobody tell you I bought that for you. Da, da, da. Nah.
Yeah, man. You don't want nobody to throw nothing in your face and say, if it wasn't for me this, and it wasn't for me that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
Hey,
very
I hate that.
facts. Facts.
Um, I got like let's see. I got like two more questions to ask you. Let me see. Where's it
All
at? Two more questions right now. Um, what is a positive message that you can give your community? A
right.
positive message.
It might sound cliche, man. Say no to drugs, man. Say no to drugs, man. Stay away from the drugs, yo. Like, drugs is literally destroying communities and people, man. The opioid addiction that's going on right now, that's killing a lot of people and everything like that. And people out here overdosing every day, man. Like, people doing wild things just to be able to get to the drugs. Addiction is real. You know what I mean? Like, addiction is really real. I was watching this show on Netflix. It's called Painkillers, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a kind of like a documentary, and it's a movie slash documentary of showing what addiction does to people, and it was really an eye opener. You know what I mean? So if you want to really chase your dreams, man, you got to stay focused. And if you stay drug free, you go far in life. And I ain't talking about weed and all that. That's not really a drug to me. You know what I mean? But them type of drugs that that can kill you if you overdose and all that type of stuff. Stay away from that shit. I mean, even me, as you see, I'm behind the bar, but I drink in moderation.
Yeah.
I don't even drink every day, man. I probably have a drink, what I mean, a couple times a week, what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, especially on the weekends, and I do my thing. But for the most part, throughout the week, man, I'm sipping my water. I've been trying to get my health right as far as like exercising. I was 261 pounds in November, you know what I mean? So I went on the scale just now and I'm 230, so I lost 31 pounds.
Nice.
You know?
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, man. I've been doing the walk challenge every day. If you go on my Instagram,
I seen
follow me
it.
on Instagram. I'm on walking on outside. I'm walking on the treadmill. I'm drinking my water. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to, live a long, healthy life. It's a fact. Hey, yo, Larry, what's going on, Larry?
Yeah, man.
We in the building, man.
We in the
What
building.
up, though?
What up? What up?
What up? Hey, man, you a producer?
Kind of, yeah, basically. But I'm still working on my craft, getting better and stuff like that.
Okay, those your beats? You
Elevating,
made
yeah.
you made
I made,
all that stuff?
yeah, I made them on Garage Band.
Okay, okay. You know, Main's my guy, man. He actually he had to tell me all the time to shut the fuck up all the time because I just come up and fuck up the scene. You know what I
Yo, good, yo.
mean? Nah, you good, bro. Hey, so
Uh,
do you do any lyrics? You just make beats?
I just make beats. I don't rap. I got a,
Okay.
I got a. Listen, bro. I got a twin brother. He
You
raps.
do? You got a twin brother.
He raps.
You got a twin brother.
Yeah, I got a twin, but he on
You guys
sound,
look the same?
huh? Not really.
Was
People
that
say
the
we
one that was
do.
behind you? Was that the one that was walking behind you? Was that your twin brother?
Nah, he's somewhere
Mm.
else. He all the way somewhere else. I don't know where he at right now.
Okay.
But he makes music. He makes music. But I gotta find his
What do you
sound.
mean he made music? Like, is he a producer like you? Like,
Nah,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
he's just an artist. He just makes music regular.
Mm.
So like
Okay.
uh he makes music on SoundCloud. He hasn't dropped anything. So I'm like, yo, what are you doing? He hasn't dropped nothing.
Oh, that's what's up.
I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Why you ain't dropped nothing yet? And I'm saying, like, it's been a minute. I'm like, I'm trying to hear some music. But he taking mad long
Okay.
to drop. I'm like, bro, drop some music. You feel me? So like I want to hear some too. You
All
know what I'm
right. All
saying?
right. All right.
Like he work on music.
All right. That's what's
And
up,
that's his
man. That's
thing.
what's up. So
Yeah,
what the fuck is this, man? Yo, man, what is this a fucking interview? What the fuck is this shit?
man, interview again. Word.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys. He was like, ask me another question. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
No, that's what's up, man. Maine loves to be interviewed, man. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah,
does.
we had conversations, we talk about it.
Well, that's
Talk
my
about
guy. I don't give a fuck about nobody fucking saying nothing about the milkman. That's my guy, man. So it doesn't matter. And he
yeah.
cussed me out. He cussed me out. You know how many times this motherfucker hung up on me?
What do you be doing? Get mad, yo. Wasn't my
All the
boy.
time, man. All the time. He'd be like, fuck it, click. You know what I mean? It's real.
Yo, real foul, yo.
It's real. This is my guy. Hey, man, how could I be drinking early if I'm still drinking from last night? I don't get it.
Yo, it's wild.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
DTGN, are you familiar with Larry Beach?
Nah, never heard of it before. Never heard of you.
Oh, this is one of my biggest supporters right here, man.
Word?
Hey, don't call me that, man. I'm your boy.
Yeah,
Don't say that shit, dude.
that's my friend. You know that. You know that, man. That's my friend.
What
But
the fuck, man?
that's my friend too. Me and him met in real life, man. He a good guy.
That's good. That's good, man.
Yo, that's my guy. Why would you say that to me, man? What? In front of company?
He met
You gonna say that shit in front of company, bro?
He met my entire family. He's a good guy, man.
Yeah, man. I'm your friend. Don't get it fucked up, man.
Harry was at the bar having drinks, getting fucked up at the bar with some white chicks.
Getting fucked up. Listening to what was that? What was the guy that you didn't know about? The guy from Oakland. Damn, what was his name?
That song was fire, though. That song is fire. Yeah. I don't know.
It was the Colt 45 song, man. I got the Colt 45 right here, my nigga.
Lit. That was lit. And
Yeah, man.
Larry went on stage and did karaoke. That shit was lit.
Hey, so what's up? What's your name? DTGN, right?
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Salute to you, man. I don't mean to come over here and just
it's all good.
fucking talk shit. This is my boy right here, so I just want to come over here and talk shit. You know?
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, man. So what up, man? So what? You making some music? You where you headed, man? You like you trying to be an artist? Like what's up?
Nah, I'm just testing out new stuff. Trying out new things. You know what I'm saying? So if I can get a hold of something, because like I'm very into making beats and stuff like that. I like trying new things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I'm trying to get into boxing and stuff like that. Boxing.
Yeah, I used to box, man. I retired, man. I don't train anymore. I retired, man. I got sick of beating people's asses, man. But I got a lot of injuries. Don't laugh.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into that because I don't want to stay in one position. I'm saying I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm saying I want to
Put
change
the beat down.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm
So
trying.
what are you Orthodox? What are you?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
You don't know the stance?
Oh, no, my stance. Oh, you want to know my stance? Like the way my stance is?
Yeah,
shit?
that's what I was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know? Okay, that's fine. Listen. I don't mean to be like that. I ain't over here to try to fucking check you or nothing. All right, don't feel like that, player. It's all good. It's all good, player. I was raised under the peekaboo method. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm peekaboo method, man. The whole time. I'll pick and I'll boo.
You.
Hey, yo.
You know what I mean?
Hey, DTG, and you have any more questions for me?
Nah, do you got any questions for me, though, before we end it?
Nah, man. I just want you to keep up the good work, man, with your music and even you as, being a journalist, man. I think you did a phenomenal job interviewing me, man.
You a journalist, too? DT, you a journalist?
Technically, yeah. I be interviewing mad people, yo.
All right. Hey, man.
With that, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
I'll send you my email. Yo, man, can you send in my email and then, you know what I mean? Like, so we can share music and stuff?
For sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I'm just over here talking shit. You know what I mean, DT?
It's all good, G.
This is my guy, man. Man be on some bullshit. That's my guy. I know he hates me sometimes.
I had to get him out of here, my nigga.
You funny dude, yo.
Anyway.
Oh, shit, what you using, yo?
Had to get him out of here.
Yeah, I like the sound effects you be doing, too.
That's a fact. What's your favorite sound effect that I do?
Probably the one where you said the one that you said what was it? I wanted to take it there.
I want them to take it there.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that.
Yo.
Hey, yo, why? I knew you were gonna say that. I had it queued up. I said, yo, I know you about to say that. No, that's
I want
crazy.
them to take it there.
Yo, I'm gonna be dying, yo.
That is funny. That is funny. That's one of my first drops I ever made on this show. One of my first drops.
What do you use to like do them sounds and stuff?
It's my soundboard. It's called Rodecaster.
Oh, it's a soundbar?
Yeah, it's a soundboard called Rodecaster.
Soundboard, Rodecaster.
Yeah.
I gotta look to that. That's fire.
Yeah.
Word, yo. The sound effects be dying, yo.
Fact. That's a fact, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Like I appreciate you for inquiring about interviewing me once again, man.
No
We
problem.
can do this, you know what I mean? Like maybe every now and then. Maybe next time I come and interview you and get to know you a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be good, man.
Absolutely. What up, Mikey B? How you doing? What's going on? Who else in there? Pound Town TV. Everybody, thank y'all.
What? Popped on TV, what the fuck?
I don't know what the hell that even means.
They be wildin', yo.
Yeah, you know how the trolls get down.
They didn't be listening to that sex you read too much.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I'm about to get off this joint, bro. You have a wonderful day, man.
I bet.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right, gang. Peace.
Make sure you subscribe to DTGN on.
Tap in to the channel.
Show him some love, man. Tell him Behind the Bar sent you.
Behind the bar.
That's a fact. I think his YouTube channel is pinned. I'm gonna drop it one more time. This is his YouTube channel. I'm gonna drop it one more time. Go over there, click on it real quick. It's called DTGN, and he also makes music as well. He's a producer. All right, let's get it on and popping. There we go. All right, bro. Peace.
Peace, man. Have a good rest of your day, for real.
Cool. Peace. All right, man. Hold on, let's fix my settings real quick. Yeah. Sweet Tea, you want to sing us a song? Want to sing us a song on Behind the Bar? You ain't got no what? What you need earrings for? She don't want to sing no song. I thought she liked singing. Yeah, man. I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. That was a dope interview, man. Homie reached out to me. He reached out to me a few months back. He wanted to interview me. We finally found the time for him to interview me, man. And yeah, man. I don't know why people don't want to interview me in the milk, man. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely anybody that wants to sit down and have a conversation with me. I'm definitely willing to do that. Absolutely. And it is what it is. Y'all have a wonderful day. Somebody got to say this shit. What's going on, Irk the Nerd, my guy? How you doing, man? Long time no see. Everybody in the building, man. Salute. Everybody have a wonderful day. I'm out of here. Shout out to DTGN for the great interview. I'm off this. Peace.